Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Danielle, aka Stitcherista here on YouTube, and today is Sunday, September 17th. So I've had a good week for the most part. Did some stitching, did some finishing, did some reading. I hope you guys all have had a good week as well. I did want to thank you all for the recommendations for shirts from JCPenney. Now, this one I got from Amazon, and I love it so much. Amazon can be hit or miss, but luckily it's easy to return stuff. So let me just show you. I absolutely love this. And it goes down. Let me step back and show you. You can see it goes down to here. This is a large. And it's like a little bit stretchy. It's t-shirt material. It's very, very comfortable. And I love the sleeves. They're not too, because my upper arms are a little big. So I'm always trying to find stuff that isn't too constricting, but I love the V-neck. I love it. And they had this in a couple different colors. Like they had one with pink and blue flowers. And I was tempted to get, now I'm tempted to get a couple of them because when I find something I like to buy like a bunch, but I like to wear different styles of clothes. Do you know what I mean? So I may put it like in my private wish list just so I have it. I mean, it'll be in my order thing on Amazon. I want to say it was $22. Love it. Absolutely love it. Now, someone said, I've read the reviews, they said you can see the collar starts to roll. Just iron it. I would iron it very quickly, but love, 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 love. But yes, I was able to find a few shirts from there from JCPenney. I think I got 3 and I wore one yesterday. Very comfortable. Love. So thank you for those recommendations. I will order from them, here on out online for sure. I'm actually going to go on there later today and look for some sweaters for winter. We'll see. Okay, so I did have a question. Oh, by the way, I'm really liking my hair today. I haven't had my hair cut since January, so it has been 9 months. My stylist does not work on the weekends in the summer, and my schedule is too unpredictable during the week to schedule an appointment with her. So I haven't had my hair colored since June 6th. I have an appointment with her on September 30th. I'm doing something different. I mean, of course, I'm going to get the roots done and it's going to be blonde up here, but underneath and like on the bottom, it's going to be like mermaidy blue colors, like blue aqua. I can't wait. I've never done something like that to my hair, and she specializes in color. So I'm very excited to have something different, but I'm going to keep this length. I found a picture last night. I was looking on Pinterest. And I love the layers. I love the layered look because with me, if my hair is all one length, it just weighs me down. So I'm going to have her, trim up the layers, but I want to keep this length and let it grow a little bit. So yeah. Okay, so I did have a question. Where to get fabric and thread for cross stitch? There are many places online to get stuff. However, if I had to pick one, I would pick 1-2-3 Stitch. To me, they have the largest selection of threads and fabric out there. And what's nice on their site, what's nice on their site is they will tell you if something is out of stock. And they won't even let you put it in your cart. And if it's out, there is something that says notify me, and you can put your email and they will email you when it's back in stock. That's amazing. I love that. I have ordered from them for 15 years. I mean, it's been a really long time. I just love ordering from them so much. Okay, movies and TV this week. I have started to watch House of Cards again on Netflix. Stars Robin Wright Penn. I think she's just Robin Wright now again. Kevin Spacey. It's about the presidential, the White House and all that. Very, very good if you like those kinds of shows. I have watched that series a few times. It's something I put on when I'm in the kitchen prepping for dinner, or I'm emptying the dishwasher, or I'm doing laundry, something because I know what's going to happen. I can sort of half pay attention. I love that show though. Still watching Dance Moms when I stitch. I am on season 2 still because there are like 20 some episodes in season 2. So good. Such a literal guilty pleasure for sure because ooh, those people are, whoo, yeah, but still good. Love the little kids as dancers. Chloe is my favorite dancer on there. And yeah, I love that show so much. And then I watched one of my favorite movies, probably of all time. I rented it on Amazon, and a bunch of you had recommended it. War Room. Absolutely love, love, love. And I watched it during the week when I went downstairs. I didn't stitch. I didn't do anything during while watching the movie. Highly recommend if you like Christian inspirational movies. If I could give it 100 stars, I would. And the woman lead in there, Priscilla something, she actually wrote a book about how to pray with intention, and I ordered it from Amazon. I was going to get it through my Kindle, but I feel like with that I'm going to be making notes and writing in the book. So I actually ordered a used copy that was like $1.25 or something. So that should be here next week. So very excited to get that. Books. I have read 2 books this week. I know, I have been very prolific this week. So the first book I finished was called Just Stay Away by Tony Wirt, W-I-R-T. He is not an author that I've read before, and it was a Prime First Reads for September, so I got that book for free. Holy moly. It's about a couple that moves into a new neighborhood, and they have, I want to say the girl is 9 or 10, 7, somewhere in that range. And the father is a writer, so he's home trying to write a book. The mom is working, and it's summertime, so the daughter, this boy that lives through the woods at the back of their house, befriends her, starts to terrorize the family. Oh my, oh my, my. I literally didn't want to stop reading it. And I think I read that book almost in one complete day. Our job started late that day. I had one day last week where it started at like 3 p.m. I read all day up until that point. So good. And then the other book I read was a book that was available on Kindle Unlimited called The Couple Across the Street by Anita Waller. This woman's husband dies from cancer, and she finds out some secrets he was keeping. And so good. It was really, really good. Highly recommend that too. Okay, no gifts this week except, and I had this in the gratitude category. I received a $2 super thanks from Michael Bay, B-A-I. Michael, thank you so very much for that. It is so very much appreciated because when I stop and think, I have almost 34,000 subscribers. I mean, I only get about, I want to say 1,500 to 2,000 views on a video. When you think about the impact you can have by donating $1 to somebody, it's mind-boggling. Because just imagine if I had even all my viewers give me a $1 super thanks per month, $1. That would be $1,500. I mean, that's the amount that would amass is staggering. And it's amazing. If you think you can't make an impact, you absolutely can. So yeah, YouTube instituted that a while ago where I think on any comment that you leave now, you can leave like a super thanks where you can donate some money to the person's channel without them being live and having to do it that way. So again, Michael, thank you so very much. Okay, purchases. So I did get my Sip and Stitch box from Primrose Cottage Stitches, and I received it on Wednesday, and I filmed an unboxing, but on the card, they don't want you to post anything on social media until a week after you receive your box. So that video is actually going to go up as a bonus video next Wednesday. So stay tuned for that on the 20th. Loved everything in the box. Those women do such a good job. and I received it lickety split. I ordered it Sunday night. When they posted it, I had it Wednesday. That's fast. That's really fast. So loved everything in the box. And then I also made a small purchase at Dollar Tree. So on Friday, I had off work Friday. I had some errands to run. So I wound up going to Dollar Tree because after watching War Room, I decided I wanted a dedicated prayer journal. And I thought, I know Dollar Tree has some kind of journals, right? And for $1.25, well, God answered that prayer for me because at the Dollar Tree, they have a whole box of these and they're all different. This one is wisdom. They had joy, courage, strength, faith. I mean, they had like, I almost bought every single one. But again, trying to tamp down that I got to buy everything when I like it, I only bought one. And I got the one that says wisdom. And in it, it has these kinds of pages and then it has like a verse up top. Absolutely love it for $1.25. And there is a cashier at the Dollar Tree that I go to that his faith just radiates off of him. And it's so inspiring. I love when I see him there and I'm there. So I go up there because he always says, like, have a blessed day. Very, very nice. He saw this and he said, do you mind if I flip through it? No, go right ahead. And I said, they're back there in the book aisle and they have a whole bunch of different ones. And he was like, I am so inspired. And he's like, is this for you or for someone else? And I said, oh no, it's for me. He's like, well, happy journaling. And yeah, you can just, he is such a joy to go through his checkout line at the Dollar Tree. So finishes and whips. Okay. This has been quite the labor of love. I finally fully finished my hot cocoa piece that I stitched. Now, if you have watched this channel for the past couple weeks, you will know that my intention was to use the Hobby Lobby board that the ladies at Primrose Cottage Stitches used to finish this on. I had all intents and purposes of doing that. I bought one, was going to hand paint it, got paint on the beaded handle and was so upset by it that I said, okay, trashed it. I'm going to buy another one. I'm going to spray paint it. That was a learning lesson. No more hand painting. Let me tell you, that Krylon Glitter Blast paint, not an easy paint to work with. The glitter part is like a clear coat and it wants to constantly settle in the can. So you're constantly shaking the can. I painted it on Thursday afternoon. Decided I needed another can of paint. Friday, when I was out running errands, I went to Michael's, did curbside pickup, which, by the way, okay, that's on my gratitude part. I'll mention that in a second. Painted it again, but I still didn't get all the spot. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was because I had it outside. I'm not sure. I brought it in and then tried to fix it with Stickles, which is like a glitter glue. I made such a mess of it. I threw that in the trash and I said, okay, Danielle, no more painting. And when I told Bill, he was like, do I need to paint this stuff for you? Probably. I have decided that if I don't have a board, luckily my next two projects, the board, I don't have to paint it. It's already done, all of that. I am just going to do what I did with this one. So let me show you what I did. This is a ribbon hanger because I wanted to still hang it. So this was Christmas fabric. This is a sticky board. I put red rickrack around the outside, my little enamel dots, and then I had these really cute Rudolph buttons that I decided to put on either side. And then all I did, this was Christmas fabric I had, which I have a lot of fabric, so I was able to, I just cut the board and glued them, and I sandwiched the ribbon in between. So glued these using that fabric tack glue, which is awesome. And then I have a whole bunch of clothespins. So I just closed pinned it shut so it would be, because I like to have like no seam. You know what I mean? I don't want to see any spacing. Bill liked how it turned out. After all, I mean, I felt like Friday, my whole day, I just wasted it trying to paint that frame. This looks just as good, if not better. I really like how this turned out. So, going to be hanging this actually down in my bedroom. But there is my finish for that, and I'm so glad to see that done. You have no idea. So this week, stitching wise, I have not done any diamond painting this week, so nothing to show you there. I have been working on the Salem Sisters Apothecary by Primrose Cottage Stitches. Remember, I have this frame, so I'm very excited. I am stitching mine on 14 count perforated paper in the color lavender, and I am using the thread that they recommend. I bought the thread pack from them. It is Weeks Dye Works Coal, and it's variegated because there is some gray in it too. I got a good bit of stitching done this week. Yeah, isn't it looking so fantastic? So I got done the cauldron earlier in the week, and then the rest of the week, I stayed up late. Friday night, I stayed up until like 11:30 because I was doing this and then I wanted to stitch all of this. And when I first initially stitched this star, I had stitched it one over and I'm like, why isn't it matching up? And I realized it and tore it out real quick. But I am loving this piece. This looks gray. The paper is purple. I am loving this piece so much. I know I will not be done this piece by Wednesday when I leave for my retreat. So I will be taking this with me. And it's going to be very nice to work on something like this that has one color when I am talking and chatting and laughing and at the retreat. So I decided I am going to go on Wednesday night after work. We have no job on Wednesday right now, but I fully expect something to come in. And whenever it is, I'm going to go. So I have a full Thursday, Friday, and then I'm coming home Saturday night. Instead of leaving at the crack of dawn Sunday at like 6:30 or whatever I leave, I am going to leave at like 8 o'clock at night on Saturday. Because that's usually when I go up to the room anyway on the last night so I can get my stuff together. But when I get ready in the morning on Saturday, I'm going to pack up all my stuff. That way I'll have it in the room. And then at 8 o'clock, when I'm done stitching and all that, I will just go up and leave. It takes me about 2.5 hours to come home. So it will be late driving. I won't be getting home till about 10:30, but I'm perfectly fine with that. I know come Sunday morning, I will be so glad I did that. So can't wait though. Looking forward so much to seeing all of those ladies that I haven't seen since April. Yeah. Okay, so my favorites of the week. I cleaned off. I have this cubby thing from Pottery Barn that Bill got me for Christmas many, many years ago that Diane from Little House Needleworks had shown on her blog. That tells you how long ago it's been. She had put like little cross stitch finishes all in it. And that was my initial plan. I never did that. I did put a bunch in there, but they got old and dusty. So I actually cleaned out. It's completely empty now. One of the things I had in there was this wood mug. Bill bought this for me on our 5th anniversary because your 5th anniversary is wood. We were on a cruise for our 5th anniversary, so he gave me this. Now, I never had drank out of it. It is coated, so I wouldn't put it in a dishwasher, but I have been drinking coffee out of this all week. Absolutely love it. Did not realize how much of a fantastic mug it actually is. It's very lightweight, and it holds a cup of coffee nice. And like I said, I just hand washed it. So wood symbolizes, and I wrote it down, symbolizes strength and wisdom. Yeah. So he had actually followed, like this year, we didn't buy each other gifts this year. Our trip was our gift. But 10 years is 10. And I almost, but I didn't know where I would hang it in the house, got him one of our favorite songs, the lyrics on this piece of tin. Excuse me, but I did not do it. But love that mug. Love, love, love that so much. Okay, and then gratitude. So the super thanks from Michael, that was on there. The cashier at Dollar Tree, which I've already told you about, that was on there. And then Michael's curbside. So one of my goals is to curb the buying and spending. You know, that's a constant thing in me, not exactly minimalism, but just not amassing so much stuff. And I think I've done pretty good at it here recently. And when I bring something into the house, like when I got the mug out of the sip and stitch box, I got rid of one. I got rid of an old one. So instead of just amassing things, when I bring something in, I'm getting rid of some stuff. Like I cleaned out some more of my clothes, knowing those shirts were coming, that kind of thing. And I had wanted to get that paint at Michael's, but Michael's is a huge temptation for me to buy stuff when I go in there. So I said, you know what? I'm going to use their curbside service. I ordered the paint online on their website, chose curbside. The guy brought it right out to me. It worked brilliantly. I absolutely love it. And that way I was not tempted to go into the store. Those are the kinds of choices I need to make, right? So, yeah, all in all, a good week. And then Saturday, so that was yesterday. I had a massage in the morning. And then Bill and I took a ride. It was about 40 minutes down the Beltway to Timonium Fairgrounds. They were having an RV show. Many, many years ago, I want to say 10 or more, we used to own a camper and we went camping, I would say once a month. We have been toying with the idea of getting another one. I don't know if it's going to happen, but we at least at the RV show, you get to walk in every single camper they have there. And so we found a couple that we liked. I took a screenshot of the little thing, and it was something to do. Believe it or not, it was only 80 degrees, but we were boiling by the end of it. I mean, it's outside, it's in the full sun. So we left there, hit some traffic because there was a car accident on the way home, but we were just laughing and talking and playing the radio in the car. And then we got home, I want to say at about 2:45. And our plan was to have dinner, but it was so nice out, and especially out back under our canopy. He was like, "You want to sit out back?" So we sat out back and we had some drinks and we played Uno, and then we had dinner outside and then watched TV. It was a very, very good day. And you know, this may sound funny, but when we have a good day like that, because let's face it, most of regular life is very routine, right? But when we have a good day like that, when I tucked him in at bed last night, I said, "Thank you for such a great day." And I think thanking your spouse for little stuff like that, like he did laundry yesterday, and I thank him all the time for doing stuff like that. I think it goes a long way in not taking your spouse for granted and showing them gratitude. So I thanked him for the day because inevitably, when he irritates me or upsets me, because we're human, right? I try to keep those memories in my memory bank. We had a good day. It was a good day yesterday. So it was probably the best day of all week that we had. But okay, I'm going to end here. I hope you guys all have a great Sunday and a great upcoming week. Like I said, stay tuned on Wednesday for a bonus video of my sip and stitch unboxing. As always, if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments section below, and I will answer them to the best of my ability. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.